us a scenario at least.
It has to be a clean scenario. I'm gonna put that, no, like, 50 Shades of Pink stuff, next time. That'd be bad. No 50 Shades of Ooh going on here. No 50 Shades of Bubblegum.
Well, what if both of your characters were up here in a convention? What would they like and what would they think about this? I'm really young.
She's giving you nothing. Just gotta go for it.
Okay, well. Wow, there's so many people here that are dressing up as me. It's like they worship me or something. It's like they're trying to be Finn imposters. I don't like this.
Finn, get over yourself. Honestly, nobody wants to be you.
There's only one protector of Ooh, and that's me, Finn the human.
You're the protector of Ooh, I'm the queen. I'm the most powerful being on the planet.
You're a vampire. You suck people's blood.
I don't suck blood, I drink red.
All right, that's pretty cool.
So, you got any for me?
No?
But
I don't like the way you're looking at me right now.
I bet you have blood running through
No,
your
I don't. Yes, I do. But it's like cold-hearted Superman blood.
I don't know, you guys. Do you think I should drink Finn's blood? Sorry.
Thank you.
Wow. I don't know what the frick just happened, but
I don't know what happened either.
That was improv? That was pretty amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, who's next? What else we got? Any other improv scenarios?
What else you got? What other
No
tricks
more
you got?
improv because that was terrible. I just attacked Jeremy. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You're a minor.
It's all right. Nobody needs to know. I don't see any cops. I think we're fine. I won't file a harassment lawsuit, so we're okay.
So, what are your favorite characters in Adventure Time and why?
I love LSP.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm guessing you mean like besides our own characters. And I think it's hard.
I love LSP. Jake.
Love LSP. I'm a huge fan of
Man.
the Ice King. The Ice King. Who doesn't love the Ice King? Gunter, what are you doing? It's pretty great. I love Gunter. I mean, I also love Cinnamon Bun. Maybe like Cinnamon
Even though
Bun.
he stole your woman?
He didn't steal Flame Princess. He's like her bodyguard. He's not dating her.
He definitely jacked her from you.
That guy. I still like the character though. He's fun.
You know you're messing up when your girlfriend leaves you for a pastry.
Story of my life. Any other questions?
Come on.
You guys came to the panel and you don't want to ask us anything?
There we go. There we go. That's what's up.
We got a sailor. Hey.
So, I have a question
Which
for
question?
both of you guys. What's your favorite song from the show?
I like the song like the dead. I don't know what it's called. Like the dead food song where like Finn and Jake are doing like a country sad ballad about how all their favorite foods are dead.
Can you go and just sing a little piece of it for us?
It's like my hot dog's dead. My cupcake's dead. My hamburger's dead. I don't write the show. I couldn't tell you where it came from, but I like that song.
Thank you.
There's so many good songs in Adventure Time. I guess since you're probably gonna ask me to sing one, I'll say my favorite Marceline song, which is the Daddy's Little Monster song. That's like the only one I feel like is upbeat. She gets like flack all the time, how they're like, Marceline, your songs. We did a convention together for Ken Osborne as our director on the show, and he made a comic about some of the banana guards. And so we had this like really like awkward skit that we did
Like
at
radio
Comic-Con.
play thing, yeah.
And they were like, Marceline, all of your songs are so emo. It's like, this one's the only one that's not.
Then one time we were doing like the Eat My Fries song live, and Olivia's like, hey Jeremy, why don't you beatbox?
It was a hot mess.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Because I did it on the track, I was like, I can do that. I never like watched that since we recorded it, so I didn't remember what I did.
Jeremy, they just want to listen to me sing, so be quiet.
Well, screw that story. Why don't you just go sing, Olivia?
I will. I know you just want to give your little girl the world, but Daddy, I'm not just your little girl. I got my own life, I got my own plan. I hope you understand and like the way that I am, cause I want your respect and I want to be here but I don't wanna rule the nightosphere. Sorry for cutting you off, Jeremy. I'm just giving the people what they want.
Do they want that?
I
Well,
don't
yeah, but
No one needs to listen to you talk.
nope.
This is the
We
Marceline.
hear enough of this anyway.
This is
so.
the Marceline panel with he's
Featuring Finn.
Featuring Finn.
All right. How would you guys say that you... I'll just make up questions all day.
All right.
Thank you, because otherwise we're going to be sitting up here like, okay.
No, I'm sure they'll think of more questions. Start thinking, guys. How would you guys say that you most relate to the characters that you play on Adventure Time?
Well, I think she literally is Marceline in real life. She looks just like her. She wears the same hat. She's a rocker chick.
I don't turn into a demon, though.
It's probably a good thing.
My boyfriend might say otherwise, but for the most part, I don't know. I think I relate to her. I have a pretty...
If I found out you were a real-life vampire, I wouldn't be surprised. And I mean that in the best kind of way.
I do stay up all the time. I do drink a lot of red. And I don't know. I think the one thing that is different about us is my dad is actually a sweetheart and not evil. So that's what I got on my side. But how do you relate to your character, Jeremy? He did get his arm chopped off like 4 different times, and it just grew back.
So I haven't had that happen. I've never broken a bone in my body. I think Finn's probably broken every bone in his body. But similarities, Finn sucks at math. I'm awful at math. Differences, Finn has many lady problems. I don't have time for women. I don't have
Really?
time
No
for that.
women?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't have time for that.
So ladies, he is available.
Technically, yes.
All right, we got some questions. Finally.
Yeah.
What's up?
I feel sorry that it took me so long to come up with something.
That's all right.
Over. Okay, so you get to work with a huge voice actor that's been a huge part of like my childhood growing up, John DiMaggio, and I wanted to know specifically with voice actors. I know most of the time you get to record completely separate from each other, and it's a very individual process.
I'm guessing that was her question too. She goes.
How is it working with them, and do you guys get a lot of time to kind of, hang out and go on crazy real life adventures?
Well,
we do record together.
We do record together, yeah.
That's
some
really
shows,
fun.
Some shows don't. Our show does, which is really awesome. So, generally, for the most part, whoever's in the episode is going to be there recording. I'm the youngest on the show, so I don't know if. I mean, we're definitely, we all get along great, and we hang out
I'm
with
the
like
second
Comic Cons
youngest.
and stuff.
Except for there's like Ren. Well, I met a really cute little Nino who was on the show who did like.
Did he?
I think the voice of Meow was like.
Oh, the girl, Meow. Yeah.
And then there's young Marceline, so you're technically not the youngest on the show.
Technically,
but
no.
out of the main
Like
cast,
the regular,
yes.
yeah.
But we do get to record all together, which is really fun because it's crazy. It's almost like we're in a live action version of the show, and some of the like battle scenes especially, or any like noises we have to do, we're full on acting out in the booth. Like if it's a grunt, we're like, Kent, what is that grunt for? He's like, oh, you're swinging a punch. So we'll be like, like we look crazy when we do it. But
If they set up like cameras in there, we would have the stupidest faces on when we're recording. And yeah, on top of that, like people think, voice acting, you're just probably sitting down and not moving at all and just kind of going,
we throw our entire
hey, how's it
bodies
going? But
into
no, usually, I mean, some people will sit, but you're kind of acting out the motions, and you can kind of hear that through a read. You can hear if somebody's just going, huh, or huh, like you can feel the power behind all the noises and stuff. And so
Robert always says, he's like, why do you wear so much jewelry to the records? Because I'm constantly jingling, and he's like, take off your bracelets. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't think I would be moving, but we're like, I sweat.
you move, you sweat, man. It's a workout. It's better than like the We Fit workout.
Yo.
Okay, so I was wondering if I could like have a video of you guys saying hi to my friend Sasha. She couldn't come, unfortunately, and she's exploding on me like, you have to get a picture of them. And I was thinking maybe one better would just saying hi
Yeah.
What up, Sasha? Is it recording?
What up, Sasha?
1, 2, 3.
What time is it? Sasha time.
Woo!
Boom.
You.
Yeah.
You're a
You're
really
welcome.
good friend.
Hey guys, I'm sure you guys spend like hours at a time, you know, doing stuff in the vocal booth and stuff. What do you guys do to prevent like losing your voice? You know, do you warm up? Do you take any remedies to make
I'm
sure
an
you don't lose?
insane person when it comes to my voice. Like, I can't tell you the countless amount of times I've had to I am a vocal Nazi, that's what you just said, like, of countless amount of times I've had to like let my friends down of, do you want to go to Six Flags? I'm like, absolutely not, I can't, I have a show coming up, like, I'm a purist when it comes to the belief of like, just don't talk. No one, like for voice acting it's not so bad, but being a singer, just for myself, I will not talk to anybody for like 2 days before I have a live show to do, just because I'm like, all I can do is sing my scales and drink tea, and just, it's like a huge thing to not eat any bad foods, like anything with dairy or alcohols or anything like that before you're going to do a singing performance. I'm a vocal Nazi, but
Yeah.
I think it's important, like as far as voice acting goes, it's, at least for my character, it's not totally necessary because it's very close to my regular voice, but as far as singing goes, like I think it's extremely important to take care of your voice and don't smoke, don't drink alcohol, none of that stuff.
Yeah, no, I basically agree on every point. I don't know if I'm as vocal Nazi as you are. I mean, for me, Adventure Time doesn't really kill my voice that much. I mean, I have a lot of screaming in the show and stuff, obviously, but I'm kind of used to doing it, and it's in, you know, short kind of bursts. It's not like I'm screaming constantly for 4 hours. I'll have like a few lines each episode where I'm screaming, but it's not that bad. For singing, usually...
Says you, I turn into a demon and I'm like, and then of course we have to sing after.
I still scream. Well, yeah.
I'm like, why? Which is, I hate it, but it's my job, so.
But for singing, I have to take better care of my voice, so a lot of lemon ginger tea with like honey in it. My voice is cracked. Like honey in it and stuff. And what's up, camera? And yeah, that's basically it. Just kind of take it easy. If I'm gonna have like a actual band performance coming up or something, I probably won't talk a whole lot.
And I eat Ricolas like no other.
But in the booth, it's not that bad during an episode for me, even if I have a lot of screaming in it. The voice killer for me is when we do Adventure Time video games. Whenever we do video games as our characters, it's much worse because the video games we're not recording
all
together.
Action.
So not only am I recording separate, so it's just me the entire time I'm there, but it's all action stuff. It's all attacks, dying
and then
noises.
You have to do every option. Like,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
say, if you like, because the player is the person that's in control, so you have a noise for the punch, and then you
Yep.
have a noise for super punch, and then you have a noise for duck, and
And you have like 3 for each of those. So you have like big death, medium death, little death, or like, you know, small attack, medium attack,
What
big
would the
attack.
differences be in big death, little death, small death?
we have to just come up with it, which is
Yeah.
really hard because we're
So I
like,
guess, like-
what's the difference between medium, big, and medium? We have to figure it out on
Figure
our
it out
own.
on the spot. So like, small punch is like, huh. Medium punch is like, huh. Big punch is like, huh. You know, doing that, like 2 hours straight of just that, and like even all the dialogue lines are like, it's a video game, so they're very to the point. And they're very like, oh, we gotta go attack that castle! It's everything is yelled. So the video game records are like voice killers.
Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah.
I answered way more than you wanted, but
Sometimes we ramble, so please just say, okay, I get it, and like we'll stop. I promise.
Hi. If you guys weren't the characters that you are in Adventure Time, who would you be?
I would like to be Nikki Yang, who does BMO and Lady Rainicorn, because she's so cute. Like, her voice is just so like timid and small, but also she can speak fluent Korean, so that would be cool. But
Phew, put it in my butt. It's an actual BMO line. That wasn't inappropriate. I don't know. I mean, the Ice King's my favorite character, but Thomas
You do it
did such a
good.
great job. What, that Ice King impression?
Yeah.
I was thinking about having a little wine and cheese party. Could be nice. Could be nice. I guess that, or even Gunter, because all I'd have to ever say was wank.
Tom Kenny is such a voice acting genius. If he is having a dialogue between Gunter and Ice King, he does it right on the spot, and he'll go back and forth like, well, Gunter, wank, you know, I gotta get the princess, wank. Like, it's insane. Like, he's so talented.
Good at just switching in and out of different voices and having conversations with himself. I mean,
it's a little schizophrenic, but it's really interesting.
It's a great way for him to kind of exercise his schizophrenia in a healthy environment.
Thank you.
So I was wondering, since my original question was asked about voice actors getting together, do you guys have long recording sessions?
Not super long. No, I mean, when the show first started, they were much longer because you're getting the groove of the show, and you know the scripts are longer. We got them before they were cut down, but now usually an episode records takes like 2.5 hours.
Our time slot is 2 to 6. But we usually get out of there by like 4:30, 4:45 on a good day. But sometimes we have to do pickup lines and
ADRs or you know any of that stuff will make it go a little bit longer. But usually we're not even there 3 hours. It's like 2 hours, 45 minutes, 3 hours.
But I think you're right. It's progressed as the seasons go on, because in the beginning we were sort of feeling out the characters, seeing what works and what doesn't work.
In the beginning, a couple times we didn't even get a whole episode done in the full 4 hours we were allotted. But that was like that's
and then we were still in that awkward time of they might recast us too.
Yeah,
if they didn't like what we were bringing to the table. So
that was a scary time. Literally,
it was a scary time.
Show first started out, and besides you. The other whole main cast is not what they actually ended up being, so it was like me and 3 other people for Prince Bubblegum, Ice King, and Jake. And like systematically every week somebody else would get like cut, and I was like, well, frick, I guess I'm next. And they never did.
They ended up coming back to do like many other voices on the show.
All 3 of them, so.
But it was scary. It was a scary time.
Actually, originally the guy that originally played Jake, Steve Little, plays Peppermint Butler on the show.
Yeah.
And the girl that originally played Prince Bubblegum plays Susan Strong.
Oh.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Yes. You heard it here first.
Well, for Adventure Time, how do you like figure out how to do all the voices? Like, how do you figure I don't know how to say it another way, but how do you figure out like?
How do we like come up with the voices? Well, for me it was not easy, but originally in the original pilot, my older brother Zach actually did the voice of Finn, or Penn, which is what he was called in the pilot, 3 years before Cartoon Network picked it up. And then it was originally supposed to be a short for like Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon didn't pick it up. Cartoon Network picked it up 3 years later, and they just opened it up for auditions and just kind of assumed that his voice had changed or whatever. And then I auditioned, and my voice sounded a ton like his did at the time when he did it, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit more.
You guys are around the same age, right?
Yeah, because he was 12 when he did it, and then when it got picked up 3 years later, I was 12, and my voice sounded really similar, and I kind of tweaked it and copied it a little bit. So I kind of had like a template for what Finn was.
Yeah, I have that great picture on my phone of the first record we ever did.
I have like shaggy hair, like super short, little chubby face. But for me, that's kind of how it was. I mean, it's definitely grown since then. I remember the first season, all I ever did was, and the first season was like all yells, and like that's it. There was like not a whole lot of range.
And then your voice started changing, and he would get super embarrassed because he was going through puberty. But then they're like, "That's great, let's keep it." And now they want him to do these fake, like
voice cracks. Yeah, the yells in the first season were all completely accidental. It was just because I was going through puberty. They're like, "That's awesome. That sounds great on him. Like, just keep doing that." So now I just do it anyway.
I'm old now. As far as me, I had a very interesting way of being cast on the show. Penn, the creator, Pendleton Ward, love him. He is actually a good friend of my father's, and he was a writer for Phineas and Ferb, which was a show I was already working on, and he contacted him saying, "Oh, who does the voice of Vanessa? I want her to possibly come in and do a voice on the show. I really like, her sort of like angsty teenager thing," which I was at the time. My dad's like, "You're joking, right? That's my daughter. Like, what do you mean, do I know her?" So that sort of happened, and I kind of just went with the similar voice as to what I was doing, and it's kind of similar to just my regular speaking voice. But as far as demon Marceline, I can't even tell you. I just try to like shake off any insecurities I have or shame or embarrassment because I have to get so weird when I do that. But that's also how my dad ended up being cast as Hunts and Abadir, because it was just so weird how the whole casting thing happened. But it's hard. Turning into a demon is not fun. And we have Demon Marceline, Bat Marceline, Wolf Marceline, Octopus Marceline, like...
You had a lumpy Marceline yet?
No, she didn't turn lumpy.
Okay, that's
she
like
did
the
not
only
go to
thing.
lumpy.
Okay.
And I don't even know what I would do for that too. But it's all
Oh my God.
it's all trial and error, really. It's like
Yeah.
you just do it until they're like, oh, we like that.
A lot of times your first kind of inclination for something usually ends up being the one they go with, because it's the most natural and like the first off the top of your head. So usually that ends up being the best thing. Thank you for your question. I like it.
Usually Finn gets into a lot of lady trouble, so if
He's changing his shirt right in the middle of the room. I caught you. He thought no one was watching. Sorry, continue.
as I was saying, he gets into a lot of lady trouble. So if you can give him any type of advice, what would you give him?
If I'm giving who any type of advice?
Like Finn.
If I could give Finn advice on ladies?
Yeah.
That's assuming that I know how to handle ladies myself, which I don't. So, Finn, you're in the same boat as me, homie. I have no clue.
I'll give advice.
What's your
be
advice?
yourself. Just be yourself.
I
And
think
the
that's
right the right lady friend will be the right one for you. If you're yourself and they still like you, then that's how you know you have a keeper.
There you go. This is why guys can't understand girls and vice versa. We're just so simplistic and girls are so amazingly complex.
Alright, I was wondering, can we look forward to more of the backstory, post-apocalyptic kind of essence that the show's been giving off for a while, like in the episodes Finn the Human, Jake the Dog? Can we look forward to that in the later episodes?
Yeah, actually, one episode coming up is that it actually literally shows the entirety of the whole thermonuclear war that is like the pre-Adventure Time. No, I'm kidding. You thought I was serious, though. I seem serious in that.
We actually, to be 100% honest, have no idea, just like you guys, about upcoming episodes until we actually go in and record them.
We
And
basically
then-
learn at the same time that you do, except the fact that we just record 9 months earlier,
But, shamelessly plugging here, if you guys get the new Adventure Time book, which comes out in July, there is loads and loads and loads of post-Mushroom War substance. It's like, there's so much, and it's all coming from Marceline's, you know, personal thoughts and feelings about what's going on around her, from being a little kid to old, and there's gonna be a lot of spoilers in there for the upcoming seasons.
Hey, I'm about to maybe spoil something, that's why I'm about to ask this. What episode, where are you guys at watching-wise? Because this might not have aired yet.
The last episode.
Yeah, what was the last,
What was the last
that
episode?
came out?
It was the one with the weird. It's like the weird bongo dude, and it was like Gunter and.
Okay, has there been one with Finn's dad recently?
No.
No? Okay, cool.
Way to go, Jeremy.
Good thing I didn't. Well, that's not a big. They knew that was coming back, but the main thing I was trying not to spoil, I haven't spoiled yet, but you'll be learning a little bit about Finn's birth. A little bit.
Ooh.
A little bit. I'm not gonna say more than that, but that's coming up. That's coming up.
Where he got the Finn Baby song from?
No. No.
Alright, thank you.
Hey, I just want to say the writing on the show is amazing. You guys fit more in 10 minutes than the shows fit in the whole 22. But my question is, root beer guy, are you gonna bring him back full time?
He died.
I know. You gotta bring him back, please.
He's dead.
Okay.
It might be technically a kid show, but there are real stakes.
Okay.
Root beer guy is no more.
You never know though, they do a lot of flashbacks and stuff, so maybe
true.
you'll get a little peek into his past. Who knows? Like we said, we know nothing. So, yeah. This is, you guys might as well
It's
just
funny
go
you
home
mentioned
now.
that though, because the last record I was at, there was they were gonna put in some mention of Root Beer Guy, but then they decided not to because they're like, oh yeah, we don't want to remind the audience that he's dead because that's kind of depressing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So Ted likes Adventure Time apparently.
And Winnie the Pooh.
It's Jake the bear.
It's Winnie the Pooh?
Well, he's dressed as Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I was like, that's Ted from the movie Ted.
He loves playing imaginary friend characters.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, my question is for you, Mr. Shada.
Okay,
All right,
Mr. Finn.
My concerns your role in Team America World Police. Recently, obviously, the North Koreans allegedly hacked Sony Pictures, and
You're in Team America? No. Go you.
And made threats against them if they released the interview. Which
Yes.
And oh, by the way, as a result of that,
Yeah.
Team America World Police DVD sold out on Amazon.com. Anyway, my question is, are you sort of fearful now about ever going anywhere near that part of the world, Japan or South Korea? Because they've kidnapped people before, the North Koreans have.
You know what's funny is actually my sister is Chinese. My sister is actually, we adopted her from China, so I myself, I've actually never been there, but my no, I didn't. Well, I was really little when she was adopted.
I
So my
thought you
parents
guys went. Your dad was telling me.
They did.
Oh.
I didn't go. No, I don't really have any. I mean, as long as you're not doing anything stupid, and you're being careful, I'm not gonna speak in the political side of things because I don't know any of that. But yeah, I was in Team America.
Did you ever they never got threatened from the North Korean regime and for being in that film or any of the other voice cast back
Not that I know of. I mean, technically.
I'd like to think that Kim Jong-un has better things to do.
Probably. I would hope. I hope he does.
But I guess he doesn't have better things to do.
I was just a
than,
little French boy in the beginning that was singing Farah Jacques. That's all I did. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I warned my mom in the movie that terrorists were about to blow up the city. So, I mean, I didn't offend them. The movie might have, but oh well.
All right, any other questions? We have time for a couple more. Come on down.
Marceline, so really specific, you're the vampire queen, right?
Yes.
No, she's not.
And who's vampire king?
Oh,
really
snap!
good
Wait,
question.
wouldn't that just be your alternate universe self?
Well,
Marceline.
Yeah, Marceline could be, but yeah, Marceline the Vampire King. Duh. But in reality, there might be some talk about it, but I'm not sure exactly what. Marceline and Marceline might meet each other. Maybe the Vampire King was a real person. Who knows? I don't know. Like I said, we don't know.
That was such a Cartoon Network talking points answer. I just want to point that out.
I'm so sorry for walking completely around.
No, that was awesome. That was like skillfully walking around that question. That was great.
I've had a lot of practice with this.
So go for it. I'm sorry. That's your question.
Alright, so earlier on, you were talking about the booths.
Talk about what?
Booths, like recording booths.
Oh, the booths.
Yeah, and they were talking about how it's small. How do you guys feel? When you go into the booth?
How do we feel when we go into the booth?
I mean, they were saying that it smells and stuff.
It smells.
It doesn't smell. I mean, if someone farts in there, you're gonna know it real quick. But besides that, I don't think it really smells. It's cold. A little cold.
It is cold.
A little chilly in there. It's like a meat locker.
As far as how we feel, I don't know, how do you feel when you go to work? It's sort of the same thing, except our job is awesome. No, but in reality, when I go to, that's sort of my mentality. It's like, I'm going to work today,
But we love our job, so it's not like, oh, frick, I'm going to work today.
I get really excited just to be able to, know more about my character. I think I get just as excited as the fans of the show do, because I'm learning at the same rate that you guys are learning about backstory and relationships and stuff like that. I think it's always a nice surprise when we get there and we get to read over our script and we're like, oh hey, I got stoked when I did the episode of Marceline and Lumpy Space Princess, doing this the Princess Day episode. I was stoked because Lumpy Space Princess is my favorite episode ever.
The Hangover Adventure Time edition because you kidnap her and put her in the back of the car.
It was fun. Or it was like Thelma and Louise, you know, like driving off in the sunset. But I get excited just to know what the next line in the story is going to be.
Yes.
What's your favorite line, and can you do it for us?
Yes, I can. Okay, this is my favorite line. I don't remember the context of the line, but all I know is that Finn is saying this to Jake, and he says, "I want you." If you can find that episode, please let me know what it's called. Because I just remember having to record that, and it made me really happy.
Calm down, weenies. I like that. Just because it says weenies.
Sorry, so my question is there something that you guys want to see happen in your universe or the alternate Fiona and Kate universe?
I just want Finn to get a lady. Lady, 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 lady,
Am I supposed to censor that?
lady, lady,
Lady.
lady. Get your mind out of the gutter, gosh. I just want Finn to have a relationship. Jeez. Yeah, a, you know, appropriate relationship.
I think I would really like to know about Marceline's mom. She sort of has like 2 surrogate fathers, but not really ever talks about her mom. Or in the alternate universe have, you know, who Hunts and Abadir would be as a woman would be really cool. This like devilish lady person who sucks souls, I think would be awesome. But I'd like to know, I mean, I'm always, like I said, I'm always stoked to just like find out more about my character because I feel like the more information I get, the easier it is to play her.
I want to know what Finn's mom is like.
Yeah.
That'll be teased a little bit coming up too, but the more info, the more awesome. And Finn just, he's had so many lady issues and gone through so many relationships, and every
He's been
time
married like 4 times.
Technically he has, which is really weird.
13.
Yeah. No, he's not 13. Well, he's still not legal, but I think he's like 15 now, 16 in the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
A little while back they made a mention of his age, and I think they said like 15.
It's hard for me to remember because Marceline she never changes. Like I don't think she doesn't celebrate birthdays.
It's kind of weird how Finn's like the only character on the show that ages, and somehow nobody else does. You know, I don't.
Well, she ages, but she's a vampire, so she stays the same. But I don't think she's celebrating birthdays because she's like this again. So. Hey, girl.
So you might hate me for this, but I was really wondering if you remembered how to sing the foot song, and if you would do it.
Is that a question for me?
Yeah, if you would sing the foot
Let me see if I'm guessing that means I don't remember that. Let me remember the foot songs. How does it start? You don't know?
It's just my favorite song, but I don't actually know.
Does anybody know it?
Does anybody know the foot song? Anybody know how the foot song starts? I'm drawing a blank on the foot song. I can sing the balloon music song a little bit. Shake your extremity. That one. I remember a little bit of that one. It's not your favorite song though. I'm sorry.
It could be her new favorite song and you can do it anyway.
Something about like, you know, get up somebody or I'll kick you up, something like that, I think. Yeah, I'm vaguely, this is like a season 1 episode, so this is like 5 years ago.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You stumped me.
He's sorry. You don't need to be sorry.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember the Punch Yo Bun song?
Yeah, you just did it.
I can do it again.
Do it again.
Okay. I'm a tough tuna, baby. I can dance like a man. I can shake a mouth, baby. I can shake up my can. Punch all your bones. I can punch all your bones. If you're an evil witch, I will punch you for fun.
It was just as good the second time.
I'm liking I'm liking the impromptu.
I felt it was only fair because I put you on the spot to beatbox behind me that one time, and it was just...
It didn't go awful, it just started off a little awful, because the tempo that I did was way too fast.
Do you want to beatbox for us? Can we hear it?
Should we try to
try to
redeem
recreate
ourselves? Go a little slower this time.
I know this. Okay.
Daddy, why did you eat my fries? I bought them and they were mine. But you ate them. Spidey's rocking out. Yeah, you ate my fries and I cried. But you didn't see me cry. Daddy, do you even love me? Well, I wish you'd show it, 'cause I didn't know it. What kind of daddy eats his daughter's fries and doesn't even look her in the eyes? Daddy, there were tears there. If you saw them, would you even care? That was better than last time. Yeah.
I even added in Spidey a little bit there.
And
You're
we
welcome,
sang
Spidey.
it in front of like 10 times more people too.
San Diego, so that was pretty embarrassing.
I think you two should put out an album. I like that. Beatboxing, not too bad.
Right?
Yeah. It's pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, we have time for another question or two. So any takers before we wrap this thing up? I know you guys have some questions.
I have a question for Heather.
No, oh my goodness, no. Don't turn this on me, no.
What's your favorite celebrity guest in the show? You like Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah, I did like, I mean, I like Lou Ferrigno, but I like him as the Hulk. What about you guys? Who's your favorite celebrity guest?
What did he play in Adventure Time? What was his character in Adventure Time?
All right, no, oh my goodness. Who are your favorite celebrities on the show? This isn't gonna happen. This isn't gonna happen.
I was excited to know that Andy Milonakis did a voice. That was cool.
He's Neptune.
Yeah, oh yeah, Neptune. I love Neptune too. The never-ending high-throwing robot. Yeah.
Yes.
Creator.
Creator. I like. There's a lot of people. Mark Hamill, freaking Luke Skywalker's been on the show. That's pretty awesome. I don't know why you guys aren't excited about that, because I was. There we go. Anybody ever seen The Office? Rainn Wilson plays Dwight on The Office on the show. He plays Rattleballs. Rattleballs.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris is Prince Gumball. It's pretty legit.
He did a great Prince Gumball.
Gosh, yeah, Lou Ferrigno. There's been so many. Andy Samberg.
Yes.
Party Pat.
I love Party Pat.
Party Pat.
Yes.
A lot of good people. They're all great.
Well, any final questions for Olivia or Jeremy? Okay, looks like we have one. Go for it, come on down.
I apologize, but my mother, she didn't exactly record me speaking to you. So, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, my mother didn't record me speaking to you.
Oh,
yeah, I'm very disappointed. But I finally built up the courage to come out here and try to do not the exact same thing, but something similar.
He's like, Mom, go.
Turn on the camera.
Hi, Mom.
Turn it on.
Hi.
Okay, so, this is actually a good question. You know, I do a lot of voices as well, and, you know, when I try to do my, higher voices and lower voices sometimes.
I would love to hear you try and do a high voice, because I'm not.
Now you're just smooth.
You're just like, hey baby, I'm smooth talking. How are you doing? I'm doing all right.
So I'll speak like this for the rest of the conversation.
What the hell?
Okay, wait a second.
Call him the agent. This guy.
I feel like you're screwing with us. I feel like that's your normal voice, and the other is put
Everybody
on.
says that. I don't understand. They don't want to believe. They're not believers.
Or you just I thought you were going to do the rest of it in their high voice.
Yeah, they're not believers. They don't understand me.
Believers?
Yeah. So like when you like switch to these different like characters and whatnot, when you go from high to low, does that hurt your voice? And if so, how do you compress that, suppress that?
No, it doesn't. I mean, if you're doing it right, I don't know if there's a way to do it wrong, but it doesn't really hurt your voice. I've never really had a problem with going. I mean, I think the one that would hurt my voice the most if I'm doing a super, super high-pitched character too much, because that's almost equivalent to like yelling a lot. Like if I'm doing a low voice, like, "Hey baby, how you doing?" Right there, that's my cousin fool. That's not gonna hurt my voice. But if I have to constantly do like, "Oh my gosh, how are you doing today? Is he so great?" Like after a while, that's gonna start hurting your voice a little bit. But I mean, not really.
I have if you're interested, I have a good vocal exercise for that exact thing. If you want to hear it, if anyone's sensitive to hearing, I suggest you leave. But it's something
I'm closest to you. Should I?
Yeah, maybe. But it's something to connect your registers so that it makes it easier to go from high to low if you're singing and or doing high and low voices. So you go up or down. You go. Do that, and it'll help you. It's honestly a really good voice exercise to do for
what you remind me of?
making your voice not strained.
Remind me of like that,
really good.
like the little hammer thing at the theme parks that have the little ringer that goes up, like the.
Yeah, but no, seriously, if you want to learn how to be able to do a high register for a long time or a low register or go back and forth like you were just doing towards us, that's a really good vocal exercise, so practice it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, good sir.
All right, here's our final question.
This better freaking be good.
This is the last one.
Finn has done a lot of maturing throughout the seasons. Do you think he will finally end up with Bubblegum by the end of it? Because I feel like they're just meant to be together. It's got to be destiny or something.
I'm out.
Ooh, what? Nobody heard that. Nobody heard that. I don't think Finn needs to be tied down by one lady. Why not multiple?
There's a lot of kingdoms out
This is a land with stretchy talking dogs and rainicorns and
tons of beautiful princesses.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I don't think he needs to make a decision yet.
So many princesses, too little time.
Right there.
Yeah, there's plenty of kingdoms out there.
Yep. Too many princesses, too little time.
All right, I think we did have one more question because you came up. Do you have a question? All right, this is the last one.
Yes, you being Finn and you being Marceline, what's it like working with Jake?
Why did it Jake?
It's like working with Jake. I don't think he's a real person.
I mean, like I was saying before, John DiMaggio and a lot of the older voice actors that work on the show are so talented. And I've honestly learned so much from being around somebody like John DiMaggio.
Likewise.
He's larger than life. He is so funny. And I mean, I've learned a lot from him because he's so, they're so talented at what they do. And they've turned something like voice acting where I go in and it's very similar to my voice to someone like Tom Kenny and John who can do anything that they're given. It blows my mind that they have crafted their vocal cords to be able to do it.
They're awesome guys. We get along with them great. I think for us, especially for me, like when I started, we were both a lot younger when we started, but I was like 12, so for me it was just kind of like having the best vocal voiceover teachers in the business there week in and week out for the past 5 years, so it's been great.
And I honestly think that they've helped us become what we are today as voice actors. Yeah, like I was saying before, I've never thought that this would be a career path for me, but it's happening, and I have so many other people to be responsible for my own success.
Amen. So, yeah.
All right, once again, thank you guys so much. Olivia Olsen, Jeremy Shada. Now, before you guys go, I've been informed that we're going to take like a big group selfie for Facebook.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to come down to the stage,
crowd around.